Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Previously, I featured the 4th generation Lexus RX 300 F Sport, and today I'm going to review its brother's model, which is coming from a Toyota, which is named the Harrier. Now Harrier, until this generation, is called the 4th generation, codenamed XU80. There's a lot of new things that Toyota has made from the previous gen. Now this new generation Toyota Harrier runs on the new TNGA platform, which is shared with the Toyota Camry. You can remind the Harrier as a jacked-up version of the Toyota Camry, but with a more premium touches. Today I'm going to show you the exterior and interior styling together with the engine of this new generation Toyota Harrier, and this is a 2021 2.0 liter Z, and it's a recon spec model. Now this is the engine bay of the Toyota Harrier 2.0 Z. This runs on a 2 liter naturally aspirated engine paired to a CVT gearbox. In recon market, actually you have a lot of engine choices for the Toyota Harrier. You can get the base 2 liter engine with a CVT or a 2.5 with hybrid. Power output is definitely adequate for your daily use, but by no means it is very powerful. I hope that Toyota actually revised the previous generation 2 liter turbo engine, because that's the only generation that the Toyota Harrier received the 2 liter turbo with 6-speed automatic transmission. Now let's go through the exterior of the XU80 Toyota Harrier. They've changed the entire design of the Toyota Harrier. Now it's a more sharper, more handsome looking, and it goes towards the Lexus kind of design language. Obviously the front is following the Toyota's new generation design language, the keen look, and the LED headlights are also slimmed down, and it has a lot of flowy lines which makes it look pretty good. There's 2 LED daytime running light, there's a LED projectors right here. There's a lot of chrome bits to make the exterior looks premium. And it's kind of sad that Toyota have removed the previous gen, the signature Harrier logo. Now it's replaced with this laminated Toyota logo, which houses the Toyota safety sense. In Japan, actually for the higher grade Toyota models, they have their dedicated logo, including the Mark X, the Alphard, the Wheelfire, as well as the Harrier right here. I think it's got to be one of the bad moves for Toyota for removing the Harrier badging, because that looks pretty nice as well. But I think they have their reasons for not putting the Harrier logo at the new generation Harrier. And this grille right here also has a bit of glossy finishing like the previous generation, so there are some design continuation right here. For the recon spec, you get dual rim design. One is the 18-inch dual tone, and one is this 19-inch dark grey finishing. It's finished in 225/55 R19. In 19-inch paired to the body style of the Harrier, actually it looks much more proportionate than the 18-inch. Because this runs on a TNGA cab platform, so the rear is run on double wishbone suspension, which translates to better comfort for the rear passenger. TNGA also promises low center of gravity and better handling over the predecessor's model. Because this doesn't come with a 360 cam, because there's an optional accessory, you only get these blind spot mirrors, but you still get a blind spot monitoring indicators. Same like Lexus, the door handle you get keyless entry for all 4 doors. One thing that Toyota separate apart from the Lexus is the fuel cap right here. Very obvious, you cannot press and open like you would in the Lexus. This you need to locate a lever at the driver's side to open it. Here's the rear look of the new generation Toyota Harrier. What do you think about the looks? In this angle, it actually looks pretty luxury and very premium looking, with this very slim LED tail light strip as well as the third brake light right there. Given that this is a 2 liter, you still get dual exhaust, signal and reverse actually mounted at the under bumper section right here. If you are following this Harrier, make sure you do not tailgate it, because when the owner put the signal, you actually cannot see it because it's located very down apart. Up here is just solely the tail lights and the brake. At the B pillar you get some gloss black because this is a premium car. Now let's get inside the car. First thing you can see is the Harrier door seals and electronic adjusted seats. Okay, you get multiple angle adjustment together with the lumbar supports. This bag right here comes with a half leather and half fabric inserts, which looks pretty comfy, and the seats are very chunky as well. Now let's close the door. Okay, pretty standard Toyota door closing sound. Now, compared to the previous Toyota Harrier, these parts are still wrapped in full leather padding. This signifies luxury, and as you can see, this is the signature Harrier logo, which is lost in the exterior styling, but I'm glad that they still retain it at the door cuts right here. There's a lot of stitching, some metal finishing to give the door panel a little bit more design details. Door lock and unlock. Or for windows in the Recon spec Toyota, they always give fully automatic in both directions. And right here there are some blank buttons because there's still a lot more optional accessories. There's an auto high beam, traction control off. This is to power open the power tailgate, and this is the Japan electronic toll collector. And because this is a 2021 model, the meters right here still not updated to the LCD type like it would in the Corolla Altis in Malaysia market, or even the new generation Toyota Alphard. But I think the analog one still looks pretty nice, and there's a lot of function for you to toggle by using the steering switch on the left. Okay, you put it back and can cycle between multiple information display by just going down. Bluetooth audio, pre-crash setting, you can turn off rear cross traffic alert, so and so forth. This is a very complete Toyota safety sense because it comes with adaptive cruise control. Okay, it's called the radar cruise control, and this is, I think it's the afterthought because the aircon vent is mounted inside. Here you can put your cups. Steering wheel is carried over from the previous gen Toyota Camry, the XV70, and you do not get pedal shifter, but still get full steering controls, and the leather right here is rather soft, and there's a head-up display right here. Dashboard, this part is hard plastic, this part is soft padding. Okay, this part as well. This car also comes equipped with a JBL premium audio sound system, which is also an optional accessory. In the Malaysian spec, actually you get a smaller inch screen. This is the advantage if you're getting the Recon spec, and you can use split screen mode, whereby the left you can control your climate, which is dual zone. Here you can connect your telephones, and you can swipe to change to different screen mirroring. Here you can control the climate, and the passenger can control the touch screen. Your signal indicators right here. These parts are all physical touch sensitive. Okay, you need to press a little bit harder for it to be registered. I still prefer physical buttons to control, but this actually makes the interior looks a little bit more high-tech. There are some shortcut menus right here. Okay, to enter it to your map, audio menu, so and so forth. Okay, because this is a Japanese spec, of course the map cannot read our Malaysian route. Touchscreen is rather responsive to use. And right here you get some compartment. It's not rubberized. This is your push button start. Here's your electronic parking brake with brake hold. This is your drive mode selector. You only get sport, normal and eco. As simple as that. And here's a very chunky gear knob, which comes with manual shifting function, although it's a CVT. When you put into reverse, it only comes with a reverse camera. Right here is your cup holders with a lid. Here you can put your phones, and the armrest right here you can slide back and open it. Right here it reveals another cup holders and a very deep storage space. Glove box right here, deep down, pretty slow, okay, which is nice. There's a JBL sound system tweeter, and this also comes with the digital inner mirror, whereby if you have 3 people sitting at the back seat, you can just activate this. It will show by using the camera on the back, so the visibility is pretty good, and you can adjust different images depending on your liking. Right here you get a reading light, finished in LED. And for the Recon, for this spec it doesn't come with a sunroof. In a Malaysian spec, actually it comes with a panoramic sunroof with electrochromatic adjustment. Sun visor with a vanity mirror and a light. And it's very chunky as well, very high quality. And that's about the front seat. Now let's get to the back seat, shall we? Door opening is pretty wide. Get inside and out is very easy. Legroom, pretty spacious, and you get seat pocket for the rear and the dedicated aircon vents. Down here you get some charging port. And at the back, steel wrapped in full leather padding. Very comfortable to the touch. And the grip handles and a reading light, which is finished in LED. And the back seat visibility is pretty airy, and you get a 3/4 windows at the back. Seat bench is very comfy, and you get an armrest with just 2 cup holders. They are not very sophisticated design like the Lexus RX because of the segment and the price tag. Seat back can adjust 2 angle. This is the more upright position. This is the more slanted ones. Here's the interior. Pretty conventional. Let's show you the boot. You get a power boot. And at the back you actually get a tonneau cover, but it's not present here. Down here, this is finished in a leather strap. It reveals more storage space, and this is the JBL sound system tweeter. And you can also fold down the rear seats by 60/40. It reveals a pretty flat loading floor and an LED reading light right here. Overall, the practicality wise is pretty excellent, and you get the power boot buttons right here. That's about it. The 2021 Toyota Harrier 2-liter Z. What do you think about the Harrier? I think it's a more affordable choices if your budget are not close to get the Lexus RX. I think the Harrier is not a bad choice as well. It has a good chassis, good design, and the specs are quite good, but also depends on the spec you are looking at in the Recon market. Now this marks my walk around video. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos if you like my walk around series. I will see you in my next video. Cheers.